All right, Shalom. All praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh by Hashem Yahushai, by Hashem Kodash Rakah. Double honors to the apostles of GMS, and peace and blessings to the elect. This is another edition of the Mark of the Beast. And I have an article from RT.com from this morning. And its headline, Israel considers launching Crypto-Shekel to replace cash. All right. Now, this is dealing with the mark of the beast because all of these digital currencies that are out there and that are being created, they're a part of the new system that the elites, through these so-called Jews, these Israelis in America, are going to enforce and influence throughout the world to be the new world currency. Okay, via prophecy. All right. This whole digital currency system, that's going to be the new world currency. Now, as far as the mark of the beast is concerned, we know that the mark of the beast is the microchip. But we also know that the implantable microchip, or the RFID microchip, or NFC microchip, is capable of making payments. All right, we know that from earlier this summer. It was reported on here in America, in Wisconsin, that this company implanted some volunteer workers with the microchip to test out this system of making payments in the break room and being able to get into the office and everything like that. So it's proven successful, But you can't just ease. Oh, I should say, well, you can't just place it upon the people. You got to ease people into using this type of system, Because now this is where these digital currencies or these cryptocurrencies come in at. We're set up to ease the public into accepting digital currency, and then when the time comes, all right, they're gonna have this currency and all other information is going to be put into this implantable microchip. But these are just the beginning stages, and now you got even these so-called Jews trying to adopt this cryptocurrency system. All right, so I'm gonna go into the article and I'm gonna read it. It says, for several months, the Bank of Israel has been considering issuing a state-sponsored virtual currency, reports the Jerusalem Post. The digital shekel will be identical in value to the traditional shekel. All right, which basically means it's not backed by anything. It's all these whole digital currencies are still based upon a credit-based system. If you believe it's money, then it's money, So it says, according to an unnamed Israeli finance official, the digital shekel will record every transaction by mobile phone. All right. It says it will allow the Israeli government to reduce the amount of cash in circulation to fight tax evasion and money laundering. The so-called black economy in Israel accounts for 22% of the country's GDP, statistics showed. Now, this shows you that while all these people are making noise over Bitcoin and these other, currencies, and that, it's not a part of the government. Look, the governments of the world can make their own digital currency. All right, all they got to do is knock off the competitors like Bitcoin. As you seen last week, the value of Bitcoin went down several $1,000s. And people were scared over that. All the government has to do is knock down the competition and issue their own currency, which they will eventually do through this mark of the beast, through this chip. All right, and they're gonna have these different systems set up. Everything is already in the works for the mark of the beast to take place, man. It's going to be a digital system. Everything is going to be under the control of the elites, and they're going to track everything. All right, so let me keep going. It says the digital shekel will be exactly like cash, but instead of coins in a wallet, there will be codes in a cell phone. It says transactions with the cryptocurrency will be made immediately, unlike with the bank transfer or check, which takes a few days to clear. So this is what they want to do. This is the mark of the beast coming into fruition, all right? It says you can imagine that instead of giving you a piece of paper saying the Bank of Israel on it, I can send you a piece of digital code that was issued by a central bank. And that's what's going to happen. These elite central bankers of Esau, all right, they're going to have their own. They're going to take these central banks and they're going to issue out digital money, okay, and it's going to be embedded on this chip. You know, it's going to go from your smartphone to actually. It's going to go from the smartphone in your hand to actually being in your hand. All right. It says the official said adding the digital currency will be stored in a digital wallet. To issue a state cryptocurrency, the Bank of Israel would need the approval of the Knesset, the legislative branch of the Israeli government. It says there's a lot that people need to think about before going through with this reform, the official said. Yeah, because they can't just make it happen. They got to ease the public into it. All right? And that's what's happening. People are more and more paying with their phones. Even within these debit and credit cards, you got to insert the chip into the machine to pay for your, your items, your groceries, or whatever. So these things are being eased into the world. Okay, it says we're looking at the legal, financial, regulatory, and money laundering sides of this. The Bank of Israel is also looking into incorporating blockchain technology into its operations, the source said. Blockchain is dealing with the tracking of the different transactions, all right, to a central source, and that's what's going on, all right? And it's, it's showing you, all right, it says the poor, it says here, it says cashless Denmark. Should total e-commerce be embraced? I don't know if this is an article or not. It looks like this might be an article here. Let's see. Okay, I can't click on it right now. But yeah. So this is the matter of fact. Let me turn this back on. I'll probably get a couple messages come through. But yeah, here we go. This is another article here. Cashless Denmark. Should total e-commerce be embraced? All right. It says, with Denmark moving towards a completely cash-free economy, there has been a heated debate between the experts who think it's a natural thing caused by technological development and those who warn that total traceability has a dark side. The Danish government has proposed that certain businesses, such as petrol stations, restaurants, and clothes retailers, should no longer be legally required to accept cash. So that's a mandatory. That's a mandatory law they want to put in place. We don't even accept cash anymore, right? It says, moreover, a third of the Danish population already uses a mobile payment app when making transactions. All right. So this is what they want to do. All right, I'm going to jump down here where it says George Harap e-economy is already here, brought on by mobile technology. It says most countries these days already have an electronic money supply. 90% of the currencies are actually electronic. I think it's already there in some respect. All right. So it says, however, it's all about user adoption. Because this is all leading up to the mark of the beast. Now, if Denmark does it to where you can't legally use cash, then what are you going to have to do? You're going to have to use these digital currencies, which is going to make it mandatory. It says, however, it's all about user adoption. So it seems like in Denmark and Sweden, there is a large percentage of the population using electronic money. So it all comes down to getting users on board, getting people familiar with using that sort of form of currency, and also getting businesses on board. At the end of the day, it comes down to the user of what's going to be a better payment option. Is it a central bank-backed currency from one country, which may have certain limitations, or for instance, Bitcoin, that you can use it anywhere, anytime? It's up to users to decide. Bringing it all online is going to make that decision easier, especially as everyone has a smartphone these days. So these things are coming into fruition. They want to make a cash-free society and move everything digital. All right. Now this is Denmark. So let me go back to the previous article. Right. It says here, Sweden could be first with national digital currency. All right. So it says the Central Bank of Sweden is considering issuing a national digital currency to solve the problem of a dramatic drop in the domestic use of cash. The so-called e-krona may be introduced within 2 years. All right. So these things are making headway. Okay. And it's all leading up to the mark of the beast, the microchip. So you got Denmark, Sweden, you got Israel, you got America with the Bitcoin. Okay. I believe Canada is the most cashless society in the world at this point, right? And then China and India, they use digital. They use biometrics as well. India is a very big biometric company. Country. Excuse me. China, right? There's the government supposedly taking the DNA of all the population to put into their system. You know. So all these different countries around the world, they're slowly but surely adapting the mark of the beast system, which is going to lead to them actually making the mark of the beast implantable microchip, RFID implantable microchip, mandatory. All right. So I'm gonna go to the scriptures and I'm gonna read this scripture. All right. Let's see here. It says Revelation 13 and 15. And he had power to give life unto the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak and cause that as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed. So this beast system is NATO, the EU, which includes America, and these different countries, all right, are influence other countries around the world to adopt digital currency. And then eventually it's going to be mandatory to where people are going to be killed, man. All right. So it says, and he causes all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads. That mark is an incision or a cut within your body that's going to have a device. Okay. That device is the implantable microchip. Okay. It says, and that no man might buy or sell save he that had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. So you got to have this mark to buy and sell, man. Okay, you got to be a part of this coming digital world system where everybody's going to be tracked and all of that. You know, it says, here's wisdom. Let him that hath understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man, which is the so-called white man, Esau. It's his system. It says, and this number is 603, which is his barcode system, which is these different identifying numbers that he's going to apply to every individual that has this chip. Okay? And there's consequences. And we always bring this out. This is Revelation 14 and 9. It says, and the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, if any man worship the beast in this image and receive his mark in his forehead or in his hand, and now dealing with the forehead, right? The government program DARPA, they're developing brain microchips to help with the military soldiers, to help with people with certain medical conditions, you know, like Alzheimer's or different brain cancers and things like that. They want to adopt that as well, you know, to where you pay with your, your eye print, your biometrics and things like that. All of these things are a part of the beast in this image. Right? So it says, if you worship the beast in his image and receive his mark in his forehead or in his hand, the same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of God, the Most High, Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. All right? That destruction is going to bring, which is poured out without mixture into the cup of his indignation, his righteous anger. And he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone, which are the nuclear missiles. Okay? Which are going to be shot during World War III. All right? And he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angels, which is going to destroy America and destroy other parts of the planet. All right? It says, and in the presence of the Lamb. And the smoke of their torment ascendeth up forever and ever, and they have no rest day nor night, who worship the beast in his image, and whosoever receiveth the mark of his name. So you can't be a part of this system, man. You know? Don't be a part of this system. It's going to destroy you. You know? But with that, I'm going to give all praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Kodash Wakar, double honors to the apostles and the elders. Shalom to the elect.